Hello, friends, relations, loved ones, family of light. I want to share that we know that the energies are quite enhanced right now. And so it's tends to throw people in every which way direction, loops and concerns and worries and shooting fleeting shots, thoughts everywhere. Well, that's the way of the outer mind. That's the way of the outer, unsure, questioning, doubting issues that are going on around us. I'm talking about this day, April 30th, 2025. You know, the power went off in Spain and parts of France and Portugal a few days ago for 24 hours or 48 hours. Nothing. Roads were shut down, hospitals were shut down, lights were gone, power. Pretty profound. People panicked. So, and there's a big question still. Where is it coming from? Which force caused this? Is it the bad guys, and are they trying to, right? Or is it the good guys trying to show us that there's this thing called 3 Days of Darkness that is based on the creator? A huge transformation is supposed to come with these 3 days of darkness and these mass arrests, and there's supposedly the quantum financial system comes on, and just all this goodness that starts up. New banking system, gold backed. We don't know, but there's massive things. Look at Gaza burning to the ground. I mean, so the center, finding our center, being in our center, staying in our center, just sitting down wherever you are. I get home out of my car thinking I got to do all these things. Concerns, worries, some issues come up. And there's nothing else you can do but just freaking relax in the midst of this. There's so much massive changing behind the scenes. There's so much cosmic, galactic, ascended master, archangel intervention, intercession going on. The great changeover. All these moves that are being made in the political arena, they all not only have purpose and reason, they've been well thought out. If you think it's Trump, you're crazy. This has been planned out for decades. This is the time. This is the reckoning. This is the 1,000 years of peace, the Aquarian age, beginning, awakening, shaking us to its foundation, our foundations. Why? Because chaos has to come before order. The massive discontent, the shakeup. Sometimes you have to have the breakdown before you have the breakthrough. And so the last of the sleeping sheep, I guess you could say, those that have only believed in the mainstream and had their head in the sand and still in the not looking at the bigger picture, no judgment, but people need to get a grip that there's this massive transformation happening. Everybody needs to know it, and not just what our selfish personal needs are and the fun we want to have and the money we want to make and the materialism. And so they don't have to do anything other than hopefully wake up. And all these changes are going to show this. Starting with May, it's going to be the cosmic messages has been there's going to be a lot of chaos in May. But again, this is the outer reality. I often talk about the inner reality versus the outer reality. Not as opposing, but we know that the outer is in a chaotic state, duality, left, right, up, down, good, bad, extremes. And when we go through our meditation, we go into the deep state, we go to the right brain, left brain, hemispheres come together. Corpus callosum lights up, the one brain is activated, the mind and the heart gets activated, the breath slows down, the heart rate, the systems slow down, everything slows down from this beta 3D separation. What's going on? To a calmness, to a peace, to okay, I choose this now. I choose this calmness, this centeredness, this contentment, calmer waters. You know, many of us have chosen calmer waters in our lives. And so, where is this calmer water? This calmer water is within the depths of our choice of peace, choice of contentment, choice of flow, choice of the ever expanding, never ending now moment, every now moment. So I can instantly go into meditation, which I just did, which I just am. And so when I do that, the outer reality just fades away. And it's not negligent, because I just explained there's nothing that I know what to do out there. It's the great changeover. It's happening. We're moving from the third to the fifth dimension. We're going to higher states of consciousness, from alpha, theta, delta to gamma, photonic, plasma. We're going into the we're awakening to the fact that we are multidimensional beings, that we have awarenesses on many levels. Our dream states are so strange now. So many things are going on in meditation. Healings are happening spontaneous, and miracles, amazing things, synchronicities, numbers, the flow, your heart's opening more than ever. You're just finding yourself helping. I helped a woman across a parking lot today who had a really, really bad knee, an elder. And we had a great talk. And I told her this great massage therapist in the area. I said, you can get a lot of change. You can get a lot of change out of the help for your leg that maybe you didn't realize that you could. I had no idea. No, I didn't. I've never tried massage. And anyways, it was a great ending. Great. I told her where she was. Connection. So these connections are happening. People are looking at the negative. You look at the negative, you're seeing, road rage and this and that, people going crazy. Or you look at the positive and you say, wow, connections, peace, harmony, love, people that are fighting or mad at you, or there's a disconnect. You have to just keep loving them. You just have to have patience. You just have to have endurance and kindness and prayer and violet fire and whatever you know to do to break the ice and just talk to them about anything. Such things. Just the old values we've always known. And staying in that deep quantum state. It's so here now, guys. There's so much coming in the next month and the next month and the next month and the next month and the next month. I totally believe it. I listen to really profound cosmic messengers. And I just, as a messenger, I know what vibe's true. And I just had this impulse to share with you guys tonight. I felt, I tell you why, because my intuition is opening a lot more. And I hear some people talking in my neighborhood, and they're talking about me. I heard it in my intuition, wherever that centers. I know something's been going on. They've been projecting on me for different reasons. And I just left it alone. Just pray about it, whatever, leave it alone, no big deal. Stop bothering me. I know how to put up my boundaries and just to do be prayer and and not worry about it. And that's life today, right? But today it all came together. It all made sense. All this information just started flowing in about what's going on. I wasn't very positive either. I didn't really like it, and I'm piecing together how I'm gonna handle such things. So another thing that happened was I had a mishap the other day, and Spirit told me exactly what to do for myself with this mishap. They told me loud and clear, right in my ear, what to do. And I immediately did exactly what they told me to do. And I'm not going into details just because I'm not. They told me exactly what to do. I heard it. Everything else got quiet. The whole sound, everything of sound went away but this one voice. I'm not sure who the voice was. It's part of me. It's clear as day. And I did exactly what they said. And you know what? I came out of the mishap perfectly well. Perfectly well. And it could have been disastrous. And we're having those things happen every day. Miracles are happening every single day. I mean, we just have to be strong. Have to believe that. Don't look at the news. Don't look at that. I mean, you're not burying your head in the sand. You're saying, look. We know that's been programmed since the day we were born. Okay? It's not the news, it's the bad news. I mean, why do we watch the bad news? Why would anybody with a lick of sense watch the bad news? It makes no sense. What does make sense is calming, enjoying, smiling, raising our vibrations, sending out love, enjoying our relatives, talking with people, helping, assisting. I'm meeting some people soon. That it's just great. I'm glad I'm meeting up with some friends. Choosing peace, calling peace, doing affirmations for peace, calling down the masters of peace, the ascended masters, octave of perfection, the Christ light, casting the burden. Remember, when you're casting the burden on Christ, you're casting it to your I am at the same time, which is I am is this God in you, the Spirit, the God, the Christ self, the God self. Say, I am presence, take over the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. What do you need? Help me with this situation before you go into anything. Help me with the situation. Show me what to do. Show me what to do. Show me what to do. Driving down the road. What's next? I am. What's next? What's next? Before I go into anything, the reason I do that is I'm training myself to spirit first, spirit first, spirit first. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. I love you more with every breath I take. I love you infinitely more. I thank you more, infinitely more with every wave, with every breath I take, because you gave me life. I thank you for everything. The I am, the God in me, the God which is everywhere, the God above, but it's in me. So I don't separate myself from God. I'm part of the whole. And a big part, an important part for my own life, right? And what I do in the world. So this isn't a time to be comparing yourself with others. This isn't a time for competition. This isn't a time trying to get ahead. This isn't a time to goal oriented. That's all that matters. No. This is the time of flow and love. There was a YouTube short about a mother that was being really hard on her daughter expectations. The child was 7 or 8, school stuff. And the narrator was like, uh, I don't know, it was like they weren't judging her, but they were like, the child was emotionally distraught. And it was like, wait a minute, this push for perfection, this push for being the best student, athlete, that living up to expectations, and the child, obviously there's been a breach where the child is um, not on the same page, obviously, but something's not being heard, something's not being healed, something's not being. The child, first of all, that needs to be all set down, and the child needs to be lifted up. What's going on, honey? You know, every day, let's talk about. Let's go a little deeper. You know what? All that's important is your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your happiness. You know, and once you get to the bottom of it, you know, children are resilient. They pop open, poof. They're like, let's go, whatever it is. But the learning that that's not as important. The push for excellence, perfection, right? We push ourselves every day. We want to make that more money. We want to get that money saved for the trip. We want to, you know, keep our bills up, or we want to and push, and make all these things happen. And sometimes we just got to step back. Oh, come on. Holy Jesus. In the best of ways. Let's just relax, guys. Let's just relax. Go back into breathing. Go back into presence. Go back into the calmness and serenity of being beyond TV, beyond. Everybody loves their favorite shows and favorite series, but what's going on there? What are they teaching you? What are they teaching you about? The healing of the soul, and bringing you out of fear and out of chaos and upset and drama, right? The soap operas, consciousness. That's all duality, right? Back this way, and that was always normal for so long. It's not anymore. The masters say, the more you become integrated in your emotions, balanced like a four-leaf clover, they're balanced emotionally, mentally, etheric, spiritually, and physically. The three phases of the heart: love, wisdom, power. The pink, the gold, the blue, flame in the heart, and the master teachings. But equilibrium, balance, harmony, honesty, humility, harmony, and humor was the Indian teachings at one time. The teachings on the peace pipe, according to Grandfather Wallace Black Elk, was courage, patience, endurance, and love. And so all the values of being balanced in our world, balanced on all levels, intrinsically, within and without. So every day I'm told, stop my bus, get out, take my shoes off, sit in the grass, read sacred things that I have written, or, you know, zone out on the sky or the nature until your mind stops. Your body slows down from your work day, even if it's 5 minutes or less. But taking those deep breathing, there's a great exercise to, if you're like really over tweaked of the thinking process, you're working with numbers, computers, whatever, and your deadlines, you can walk. Let's say there's a tree 10 feet away. Okay, the goal is to walk to that tree in complete awareness without having a single thought. It's interesting, but what it does is it grounds you back into your being. It grounds you so much in your being that you're present, you're here, all your systems come balanced out, emotional, mental, physical. the thinking process balance back with the body, the heart, and the mind. So you start that walk. You're just looking at the tree. You're kind of looking at the bark. You're present. You're physically present. You're looking at the tree. You're not really thinking about the tree. You're just noticing it, noticing, noticing, noticing. You know, the color or the smell. You might hear wind, but you're just noticing. You're with your senses. You're present. So you get to that tree. Okay, let's go to another tree. 10 foot, 15 foot away. Walking through the grass. If you're barefooted or whatever, you can even just watch your breathing while you're doing it. You're walking slowly, slowly. The Apache trained teachers that I studied with way back said you walk slowly in the forest, very slowly. What's the hurry? This isn't a walk for exercise. When you go to the forest, we're there for nature observation. My people, nature observation and developing your skills and your expansive awareness and your spirituality, really, the oneness with nature, and perceiving things in between spaces and communicating with the tree and the animals. You put your hand on a tree, feel its heartbeat. You can sit with the tree. Always your heart open in nature. So you walk 10 feet again. And this time my mind is even more silent. A few deep breaths. And your ego's involved because your ego has a goal too. The ego's the goal to get to the tree without thinking. Everybody's got a goal here. Your spirit, your mind, your emotions, your feeling, your body. Another 10 feet or 20 feet. You can even do it in your imagination. Touch that tree. And now you notice that you can feel your body more. Breathing's deeper. You're calming. You're not thinking much. You're not really thinking about what you were thinking about. You're really thinking about the tree. You're thinking about the walk, what you just did, how interesting that was. And even if you did it in your imagination, you can feel the breeze a little more because you're more attentive. You feel the warmth of the sun or earth under your feet. Your nature's merged with the outer nature. So that's just another tool, an exercise I wanted to share with you. And so, please relax in these times. Next month's going to be it could be a booger in the outer realm. It could be freaky. Everybody thinks we're here to save the world. We're here to save Israel and save the polar bears and from global warming and save us from bad politics and find out good. We try to figure out these things with our mind. The mind does not know. The duality does not know. It's been caught in the same duality patterns for endless eons. And the trick of I hate to say it, sinister forces has kept us in that for ages and ages and ages. This is my sage, Cedar, Gopal. Right? Division, war, division, 100 million or 200 million people killed in this last century alone through wars and wars related. So go within, be your spirit, be your essence, be your highest version of yourself that coming through, and know that by raising your consciousness, that's the most powerful thing you can do right now. Being the great consciousness that you are. And as we do that, we go into a peace, a oneness, a harmony. We think about the love, the beautiful, and what's coming next. Imagine a new earth, a fifth dimensional realm of peace and plenty and goodness and all the things that on the amazing, find the great amazing videos. There's a channel called the Chosen Chronicles, Palladian teachings, messages. That's the most profound I've ever heard, I believe. So thorough. Another one's called GFL Station, Galactic Federation of Light channel. GFL Station. It doesn't matter what information you follow, from the top, from the galactic to this to what you're, peace on earth, children working, whatever you're doing. And so, but make sure you do it from a centered place, calm, peaceful, harmonious. Ground yourself. It's really important to ground, because these waves of chaos that are coming could shake us to our core. The information is going to come out. The arrests that are coming out, the new financial systems that are coming out, the Epstein files, P. Diddy, all that stuff of the sick perversions coming out, the cover-up of free energy, Tesla technologies is coming out, the weather modification, HARP, and chemtrails is all coming out. It's going to shock us. It could put us into, what's that word, where you're just shocked out of your body. Can't think of the term. There's a terminology for it. So we of the lights, we of the awakened consciousness need to ground, centered, be prepared, enjoy, relax every moment, be at peace, know you're making a difference by being positive, grounded, at one minute with all that is. That's all I got to say. Which was a lot. Much love.